everyone, my name is Sarah Storms and I'm the Communications and Scholarship Director at the Montgomery County Community Foundation. We are going to talk about our 2021 scholarships as well as how to use our online application system, some tips and tricks that we've picked up over the years, and other resources that we like to share with Montgomery County students. To begin, though, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about what the Community Foundation actually does. We are a nonprofit organization located in Crawfordsville, and our main goal is to just enhance the quality of life in Montgomery County. The only way we can do this is with the help of donors who come to us and establish funds with charitable purposes. Many of these funds are scholarships, and the donors are always interested in supporting the future generations of Montgomery County students. When donors come to us, they can put whatever kind of criteria and requirements on their scholarships that they want. Many of our awards are renewable, which means that you could have it every year that you're in college. Currently, we hold around 72 different scholarship funds, but usually award from around 40 each year. The bubbles underneath represent some of the areas that we have scholarships for. Many of our funds don't have any requirements for your field of study, but we have awards for those going into education, music, agriculture, engineering and technology, and more. I always like to point out that our scholarships are not just for those going into four-year undergrad programs. We have plenty of opportunities for those going into technical or vocational training and other educational paths. We also administer the Lilly Endowment Community Scholarship each year. This scholarship covers full tuition for 4 years at any Indiana college or university, as well as a $900 yearly book stipend. We award one of these each year, and it is the first one that we do each school year. So I wanted to share our 2021 application dates. Like I said, the Lilly is the first one that we do each year, and that application will open on Friday, July 1st and close on Friday, September 4th at 5 o'clock. All of our other scholarships will be on the MCCF standard application, which opens on October 15th and closes on January 15th. You will see the 5 o'clock deadline on both of these. The system will completely shut down when that time comes, so make sure you get it in well before 5 o'clock. So this is how you actually get to our scholarship applications. You have to start by actually going to our website, mccf-in.org, and if you hover over the scholarships in that top right-hand corner, you will see online application login. You click on that and it takes you to Community Force, which is the software that we use for all of our applications. You will see a list of applications that are currently accepting submissions. If it's not listed, that means it's not open yet. So you click on the one that you want to start, and the system will ask you to create an account. It works just like any other website where you use your email, create a password, and then it will let you go into the application. I usually suggest that you don't use the school email. For most high school accounts, they are deactivated after you graduate. And if you are awarded one of our scholarships, we have to be able to stay in contact with you well after graduation. So use an email account that you will always have access to and that you check regularly. So once you start an application, this is what it will look like. You will have between 10 and 15 different icons. Each one represents a different section of the application. So all of these will have to be 100% completed before the system will let you submit your application. It looks very overwhelming. It's not. A lot of the sections are just 1 or 2 questions. You don't have to complete all of these in one sitting. You can save and come back whenever you need to. So I'm going to talk about a few of the sections that I get questions about and that require a little bit of explanation. The first one is the education information section. It's usually pretty self-explanatory, but on the standard scholarship application, you will not see scholarships for just your high school until you tell us which school you actually attend. So once you do this, another icon will show up on your dashboard with scholarship opportunities just for your school. The button at the bottom that's circled, it says Save and Return to Dashboard. That is very important. Make sure as you're working on your application that you hit that, and all of your work will be saved. We always have quite a few students who lose all of their work because they forgot to do that. So this is what the standard scholarship application will look like. Basically, we list all of our available scholarships for that school year, all their criteria, requirements, and then you tell us if you're eligible or not. Many of our awards have their own essay prompts. So if you are eligible for one and you check yes, there's a very good chance that an essay box will come down with another prompt. You don't have to complete this at once either. So you can jot down some ideas, then come back to it if you need to. Read all the criteria carefully. There are sometimes GPA and field of study requirements, and really figure out if you're actually eligible. So school activities and community involvement is on both the Lilly and standard applications. This is where we ask you to tell us about the things that you've been involved in while you've been in high school. We give you 10 spaces to fill in activities, but do not feel like you have to complete all 10. We really just want to know about the activities that you've really been involved in, have held leadership positions, and have spent a lot of time doing. I always like to use the example of walking dogs at the animal shelter. If you went one time when you were a freshman and walked dogs for an hour, it's probably not worth putting on your application, but really think carefully and choose wisely. I always like to mention that grammar and punctuation matters in these sections too. Anything that you type will be exactly what the reviewers can see. And please be as descriptive as possible when you're filling these out. Our reviewers really want to know about who you are as a person and your involvement. So both applications also have an essay section with 2 different prompts. There is a maximum word count on all of them, so you don't have to write a certain amount. We suggest that you write your essays in Microsoft Word or a similar program first, and then use the grammar tools that they offer, like spell check and anything else. The online system doesn't offer spell check or anything, so write your prompts in Word first, and then copy and paste them back into your application. When applications come in and go out to reviewers, we take everyone's names and any identifying information off of them. So they are reviewed blindly, and it puts everyone on an even playing field. To help us with this, please don't use any identifying information in your essay, like your name, your parents' names, or something that would blatantly let someone know who you are. That helps us, but it also helps with the flow of your essay, because if we have to redact certain words, it will not sound the way you intended it to. And also, please ask someone to proofread for you. Essays are tricky because you look at them for so long, and then it becomes really easy to miss mistakes. So just have another set of eyes on it and to give you some feedback if you need it. And again, the Save and Return to Dashboard button is very important in sections like this. The financial information icon may or may not come up on your standard application. It will only appear if you mark yourself as eligible for a scholarship that takes financial need into account. If you're not eligible, you'll never see it and you don't have to worry about it. But if you are, we ask that students upload their FAFSA student aid report, which you receive a few days after you submit your FAFSA. Again, this is another one of those things, don't wait until the last minute. So If you submit your FAFSA on January 14th, there's no way you'll have your student aid report by our scholarship deadline. So start it early. It opens on October 1st, and you'll already have it done by the time you start applying to colleges. The request sections are also on both applications. This is where you send a request to your school counselor so they can come in and upload your transcript and schedule. Double check the spelling on all of these sections. A lot of students will find out that their requests were never sent to their counselor because they misspelled their email. Just like the FAFSA, don't wait until the last minute. It's not fair to them and it's not fair to you either. For the standard scholarship application, we do ask that you wait until you've completed at least your first trimester or first semester of your senior year. We will not accept any transcripts before that. So once you've gone through every section, you've completed it, you've had someone proofread for you, all you have to do is click the final review and submit button in the top right corner. It will take you back through your application again, so you can give it one more look over, and then you submit. So we will receive it on our end, and then you should get a confirmation email that it was submitted successfully. So some little tips and tricks that we've found helpful over the years. Start a spreadsheet of all the activities that you've been involved in, any volunteer work, jobs, and keep track of your hours if you held a leadership position. Basically, anything that you think someone else might find interesting. And also have a list of possible references on hand with updated contact information. You never know when you'll need them, and it's just good to have with you. We tell students all the time to really use those essay sections on your application to express yourself and tell the reviewers more about what you've achieved so far. Incorporate life experiences, anything that you think would help them know you better as a person. We tell our reviewers that the GPA and transcripts only tell you so much, but really look at those sections and see what kind of a student this person is. Calendars are important. They're helpful to keep track of scholarship due dates, college admission windows, and all of the things that come along with your senior year. And save all of your applications. You never know when an essay that you wrote for one might work for another. So some other resources that we always like to recommend to students, stay in touch with your school counselor. They are the hub of everything that you'll need during your senior year. So it's usually scholarship opportunities, anything that you'll need for college admissions. And so really just develop that relationship and stay in touch with them. Keep an eye out on local newspapers and publications. There are quite a few community organizations in Montgomery County that offer their own scholarships. And it's usually in the springtime that they'll start publicizing these and contacting your school counselor. For national scholarship opportunities, we recommend fastweb.com. It is the largest and most complete source of scholarships. And the way it works is you get on there, make a profile, tell them a little bit about yourself, and they will find opportunities that you might be eligible for. Another way to stay in the loop is to follow us. The Community Foundation is on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're always posting scholarship updates, reminders, and anything that you might find helpful. Our website is also a great resource. We have every available scholarship listed on there so you can get a head start and figure out what you might be eligible for when the application opens. I've also included my contact information at the bottom. I know this year is going to be a little different, and there's a good chance I probably won't be able to make it to the schools. So please feel free to contact me. We are here to help you with your applications, and we want you to be able to put in your best effort. So if you're stumped on a section or you don't know what to put in your activities, contact me. I'm always happy to help. I can either be reached by email, sarah@mccf-in.org, or you can call our office at 362-1267. I think this is it. But again, if you need anything, feel free to contact us. We're here to help, and we wish you the very best with your senior year.